Welcome to Aussie Afterlife podcast. This episode, well, all the other episodes and anything I've possibly said ever contains explicit language, so not for younger listeners, unless you're an actual cool parent, or for those without a sense of humour. So remember to grab your headphones for the paranormal investigation episodes. And you also get to listen to my voice super close to your ear. So that could be good or bad or both. I don't really know, but anyway. But what I want you to do is grab a drink, relax, and enjoy. And come into my version of the afterlife. Could be heaven, hell, purgatory. It's probably hell, but what of it? Enjoy. Hey, welcome back to Aussie Afterlife. This is episode 61 and will be part 3 and the final part for my paranormal investigation series at Beechworth Asylum in Beechworth, Victoria. Beechworth. I don't know the postcode, but yes. And clearly, as I've said in the previous episodes, I was invited by Date Night, the Ghost Gang, and also joined with Beyond the Veil Australia podcast. So we've got Heather, Mon, Anthony, and also Mel, who is a paranormal investigator from Sydney who does a Q station up there. But anyway, you've heard all that before. I talk way too much usually. We all know this, and I'm trying to really cut back on just the amount of words, because there's too many words in a sentence. There's too much words in everything that I say ever. It's really does my head in. So I'm sorry if it does your head in, but anyway. Sorry, I've been a bit of a hiatus lately. I say that, I've been a bit of a hiatus. Yeah, it wasn't because I couldn't be fucked, but sort of a little bit. I need just a little bit of as my son will call a brain break. You know what I mean? Apparently at schools now, high schools, they call it a brain break where, obviously for neurodivergers like me and all the rest of it, if they need a bit of a brain break, basically meaning just take it hot min out for a sec because things are getting too much, too intense, too much learning, too much algebra, too much metalworks, all that sort of stuff. Get brain breaks. But then he told me as well, he's like, oh yeah, my English teacher needs a brain break. And I was like, she fucking needs what now? He's like, no, she needs a brain break because she starts swearing and carrying on. I was like, she what? And I'm like, that's her job. Isn't a brain break just smoko? It's imagine me being a psych nurse and I just start losing my mind, start swearing at people. Hang on, I just need a brain break. Out I go. It's just, where's Sam? She's gone for 5 hours. I'm on a brain break, bro. It's just brain break. Fuck. Anywho, there's been heaps of funny things will happen, but I won't continue to bang on about them. I personally think they're hilarious. And I'm sorry if you don't, but please just let me know too. That's why there's a comment section and shit. I've got an email just tell me Sam, stop talking shit. But has anyone ever experienced kind of reverse narcissism? Where it's not narcissism where you kind of think that everything revolves around you in a good way. The world, it's just about me. No, it's it's about you. But it's bad. You know what I mean? It's bad. It's I swear to God, that person did that because I did this and this and this. People look at you yeah, fucking whatever. It's, whatever, wanker kind of thing. And it's no, seriously. It's not paranoia. It's something else. But literally the other day, right, it happened twice in the space of an hour at work. So the other day, I was actually at work. This poor person comes down from, some quality improvement place. She comes down, she starts talking to me about, I'm really sorry if I offended you the other day during some audit, bro. And I'm like, offended me? I was like, pardon? Offended me how? And she's like, oh, apparently I said something, apparently, me saying, about nurse unit managers, blah, 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 blah. It was all this crap anyway, that apparently that she had offended me, but I didn't even know that I was offended because I never gave feedback. And I was like, well, where'd you get the feedback from? She's like, I don't know. There's this person. I was like, well, where'd this person get the feedback from? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, clearly it wasn't for fucking me because I had no feedback. Anyway, so that was one thing. And I was like, oh my God, I'm thinking, how often does this happen where like one person just says, oh, that Sam was upset by what you said, but I didn't even say anything. I'm just bopping around in my own life like, just kind of, at work, literally doing everything else but caring about anything to do with that sort of shit. And like, how many people walk past and they're like, that's Sam. And it's like, well, who the hell's bringing me into this? She's like, don't bring me in. If you got a beef with this girl, like, don't bring me into it. It's like, I just part of the audit. And then within an hour, I had to go pick up my daughter early from school. I'd pick her up. Anyway, so I made the mistake of asking her like, oh, what's the tea, honey? Give me the tea for the day. And she's like, okay, cool. And she's like, oh, by the way, something sad happened today. And I was like, you mean something sad happened? What happened? And she's like, well, this girl was being a bitch. And I'm like, fair enough. We can do that. Who's been a bitch? And she's like, oh, my friend. But, she's like, well, she kind of said something nasty about one of my parents. And I was like, one of your parents? And I'm like, I'm guessing it starts with me. And she's like, yeah, it was about you. And I was like, okay, what was this? So apparently the girls got into this argument about God knows what. And this other girl drags me into it being like, well, at least I didn't even know. I said to Eden, I was like, how am I brought into this conversation? She was like, I really don't know. So I'm at work, looking after psych patients, doing the best goddamn job I possibly can be, a good human being. And apparently this 11-year-old girl decides to bring me into an unrelated fight, verbal fight, kilometres away, and just says, at least I'm straighter than your mum, who is a lesbian that likes to dance on someone's pole. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I don't think she knows what it means. So I'm either a lesbian or I like dick. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what? I'm like, how am I even brought into this? And I started laughing. He's like, that's not funny. I almost punched her. I was like, no, we do not punch. No, we don't do. And I'm sitting there going, how the hell did I get brought into this fight that you guys were having at the end? I'm never doing that. Just probably making someone, feel good at work. And here am I, like, dancing around someone's pole being a lesbian, apparently, which that's not even offensive. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there going, what the hell's going on? So I was like laughing and he didn't find it funny. But yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this happened twice now. And I'm like, this is not narcissism. This is real. And this is not paranoia. I've been brought into people's lives twice now within an hour when I've had nothing to do with anybody. What is it about me that makes people just want to, bring me into their shit? It's like, oh, Sam's over there. We'll just blame her. Oh, she had a problem with what you said fucking 10 years ago. And it's just, I'm like, what? Who? Me? Anyway, speaking of everything about me, I wish it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could just go in hiding and just be this. I wish I could just blend in. I just want to blend. In. Even when I buy pets, I can't blend in. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, this is not narcissism, okay? This is reverse narcissism. I understand that for some reason I get brought into other people's worlds and I don't want to be there. And it's not good worlds. It's not because, oh, everyone loves me. It's because apparently my face just makes people angry. But anyway, last thing before I cut this off. But yeah, so my cat, right, I got this brand new cat, my little lunatic. She got crazy eyes. I love her. So she has this tendency, right, this kitten, she brings in sticks. So it started with sticks. So all of a sudden I was walking around my house going, why are there little fucking sticks everywhere? There's little tiny sticks. And I was like, it's enough. I can create a bonfire. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Anywho, so it goes from being sticks to a branch. And I was like, why is there a fucking branch in my living room? And she's looking at me like, and I'm like, how do you bring that in here? And then Kramer starts trying to help her bring the branch in through the doggy door. I'm like, what is going on? So then the other night it graduates to a fucking huntsman spider. And if you guys know anything about me, I hate spiders. I'm sitting there like literally almost chundering. And I was like, Mark, like, like I was telling my partner, I was like, literally, can you please kill that thing? And he's like, oh, we were like both like losing our minds. He was a lot more manly than I was, just like, I'm gonna fucking throw up. And she's just like bringing this like huntsman around. The huntsman's just like hanging over her mouth. And she's like, love you, kind of thing, like bringing her gifts. And I'm like, I don't want that gift. I know the thought is more important, but at the moment I don't want no thoughts. Like literally you were about to be fucking. Anyway, so I had to remove the spider from said surroundings. Anyway, well, actually, I didn't physically because I would have fucking thrown up because they made me sick. But then I went out for a walk, right? It's what happens when you exercise. You get paid back. I took the dog out for a walk. I'm like, oh, I'm exercising. Yeah, look at me go. I'm on the fucking straight and narrow for good life. Come home and, my kids have their friends over for a sleepover and they're just like, oh, Mum, the cat brought something in again. And I'm like, what'd she bring in? And they're like, a mouse. And I was like, ew, where is it? And they're like, we don't know. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? And they're like, it's alive. And I'm like, what do you mean it's alive? They're like, yeah, it's in your room somewhere. And I was like, fucking what? It's not even dead. So she just brings in her friend mouse. There's like Tom and Jerry in my bedroom. End of the story is I'm still yet to find it. And I could have green miled it. Literally took everything out of my car. I've not seen or heard evidence of a mouse since. So I don't know what happened to it, but it just isn't there anymore. And that's the way it's going to be until otherwise. But yeah, so my cat just loves to bring me presents. So, more about me. Yeah. So if anyone wants to give me money, that would be cool. Or, anything positive towards me rather than bringing me into lesbian stripper arguments or some random shit at work that, oh, Sam fucking said this, whatever. It's like apparently a scapegoat. Anyway, it's probably really not fucking funny. I've had enough of talking. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for listening. Let's get to part 3 of my Beechworth investigation at Beechworth. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, after all this, I will go a little bit more into what I'm planning on doing near Ballarat and Ballarat surroundings. I want to start doing my own investigation. So anyone that's from the Ballarat area or close to, if you've got a place that you think would be awesome to investigate, please let me know. Get in touch with me via email or however. I'm already reaching out to a few businesses. There's already a few things going on. So I look forward to, So if anyone wants to come and investigate with me, keep your eyes open. I'll let you know. But let's get to the final part and part 3 of my investigation at Beechworth. So for this final part, we pick up where we left off in Shadow Man's hallway. And there's only Shadow Man's hallway and, as they like to affectionately call the young male ward, the bull pit. They were the only 2 next places that are going to be featured on this episode because myself and Heather from Beyond the Veil we were getting incredibly affected by whatever the hell was going on. So there was only 3 recordings left. And this is, as I said, the end of the Shadow Man's hallway and also a bit of our experience in the bull pit. So grab a drink, relax and enjoy. And I hope you love these next clips. And I'll do what I did the last time. I might leave them a bit longer, but I want to show you and play for you most of our investigation so you get the full experience. Enjoy. But
all right, EVP, is this number 3?
You got it.
In Shadow Man hallway, I've come right to the end. Shadow Man hallway, I've come right to the hallway, I've come right to the hallway, I've come right. I know you don't like me in your space, so tell me how much you hate it into this device here. Scream as loud as you can. ending.
Well, that's pretty cool to kick us off. Literally, that's like the first minute and a bit of recording 6, and that was in Shadow Man's hallway, as I said. Immediately, you can hear some sort of, the very first one that I played for you multiple times was like a moan, like a it clearly was not us. Like, we're all just sitting there together in a group. No one made a sound. And as it keeps going, so obviously, Mon and Anthony are recording a separate EVP session on their different device, but I had my phone recording the whole entire time because I was like, I really wanted to see the differences between the two. So anyway, you'll hear there's like a lot of silence, right? Obviously, as we're recording, none of us are moving, none of us are talking, none of us are anything. You can hear some sort of strange noises. There's bangs in the background, like, you know, like bang, bang kind of thing. And it's like, well, we're all in the one room. We don't know where the hell they're coming from. You can probably hear me be like, oh my God, that kind of thing. But we're all silent, not moving. There are some other really weird noises in there, like that kind of thing. And then I hear a watch it. And finally, there is this sentence at the very end that I cannot make out, but it is very bizarre. I feel like I'm going to play the whole entire, that small snippet recording again. Just really pay attention and see what you hear. Remember your headphones. There's so much going on in this tiny recording. Yeah, I'll play it again for you. See what you think.
I know you don't like me in your space, so tell me how much you hate it into this device here. Scream as loud as you can. Right, ending. Right, ending.
What do you think? Could anyone make out anything? Very strange but subtle noises, but very prevalent, I feel. All right, let's keep going.
Right, ending.
The amount of bangs, and I heard a couple of male voices down that end too. I heard a couple of male voices.
Running.
People
keep running.
Yeah, they are.
Moving.
Well, it's funny you said you heard male voices because I saw that pop up with the name Gregory.
Fuck. Yeah. No, that was it. Like, yeah. That was one of the names that kept popping in my head. I just haven't been saying it though, because I just get worried. I say shit, it's just not right.
Yeah. No, I
But
just
Sue, Gregory,
Yeah.
and also Jeff has popped in as well. But then we've got Paul.
yeah.
Go for it. There we go.
What you've just heard is the replay of what I was recording the whole time, but however, that scream did not come across on my own recording. We were both using different devices at different places, but yet that came through on Mon's device. Like, it's just fucking insane. And all of us, you can hear us literally losing our minds because we played this back in real time. I had mine, I've only reviewed my audio when I got home, but that we reviewed in real time. So I recorded the whole thing. You can hear our actual expressions, us hearing it. I'm going to replay this for you a few more times. Yes, it's secondhand, but like, fuck, that scream and that was not, we asked for it and we got it. It was just us in this hallway and it was none of us. I'll play it for you a few more times. It's fucking wild.
I just gone off.
What the hell? Oh my God.
It just responded.
Should be scared. Should be scared.
No, we're excited, mate. Why should we be scared? We're not here to be why are you hating us for?
No, I didn't stop her.
What was before?
We're just here to talk to you.
Oh, that's right. And then should be scared.
We don't mean any harm or anything. We just want to chill and.
Whoa, again.
This is crazy.
Was it just a shout or a word?
I don't know. Let's listen really carefully.
It says a word.
Whoever it is pissed
Here we go. Is that good?
Get out.
Get out or get up?
Yeah,
Get out.
You
That
guys
was
are
from
so-
that. Get out.
Yeah.
Because there were occasions when Mel was down there and I was in here, and we had that like couple of minutes of like nothing.
Don't touch
I
my hair.
heard get out, and a maniacal laugh, and then the lights went off.
Should we continue to piss it off or?
Yeah, one more time. Just listen to that again. Just listen to that again. And
We don't mean no, we really don't mean
between.
rude.
Hold on a sec. Just be quiet for 1 sec. Then do our minute. I want to hear the stuff in between. Just get it out. Just,
Hey, I thought it said hello.
Get out. I think it was get out.
yeah.
It's like they're like the only words that can put together. It's just
Get out.
Why do you want us to get out?
Oh, this was my home.
Right.
It still is. We don't think that it's not.
And we're not taking over
I
it.
understand.
We're just here to visit.
Yeah. We just want to say hello and we'll get going soon, all right?
That was fucking hectic.
Maybe, I wonder,
That's
Yeah,
what
talking
you
about- Sam, we're talking about the.
I've been recording as well. It'll be interesting to see what the hell I've recorded the whole time.
Look, you've got to realise we only come in respect. We mean no disrespect, and we hope that you respect us for the remainder of the time that we're here. But I'm not afraid, and no one is here, right? So, you want to say something? Now it's your opportunity. It's your final opportunity before we actually go and move on. So, come up to me.
All right, so this is the start of the recording number 7. There's a few breaths. You can hear like that kind of thing. But the last one, I feel, and it could just be me being, the reverse narcissism again, but I feel it's saying, Sam. Oh no, I'll play it for you a few more times, see what you think.
Move on. So, come up to me. So, come up. So, come up to me. So, come up to me. So, come up to me. Come up to me. Hold my hand, use my energy, whatever it takes. I'm your vessel so you can actually speak your words. Recording. EVP number 4, Shadow Man's Hallway. You've made it clear that you do want us out of here. Tell us why. Ending. 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 Ending.
Spirit talker just in hospital.
Oh,
Did you see how it made the lights go on, but it was like every second one?
Yeah,
How the fuck did it do that?
yes.
My neck is killing me. I feel funny actually.
Yeah, I feel a bit, it's unpleasant.
Is it beautiful?
It's unpleasant. It is unpleasant.
It's not nice down there.
No, it's not.
No, I'm happy where I am. I'm not going down there.
Very,
I
I'm
felt
not-
like I was really
very
putting
ominous. It's
myself
kind
out
of-
there.
What does it feel like? All right.
whatever's there is actually threatening.
It
Give us one
feels-
sec. I'll tell you
it
what to do. I'll
feels
play this
icky
as
down
well.
there.
Ready for this?
All right.
Let's see what happens.
It's okay with men.
Do you know what it is? It hates women.
Does it now?
Yeah, no.
Oh, hello, you haven't met Sam yet?
No, we realise that. Look, if it says nothing, I'm up there. Mon goes down. You went
All
down.
right. Let's go again.
Okay, do you want to go again?
Yep. What do I do with this? I'll
No,
put this.
all you-
Red.
All right, so now we're up to the bit where clearly earlier on this recording, you could hear me going, nah, I'm fine down here. I'm not going down there. It feels yucky, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as we realized that this spirit likes men, he won't come through on the EVP, you know, he won't do anything but dislike women. And I was just like, oh, what, bros? I'm like, oh. And you can even hear Heather being like, oh, you haven't met Sam? And I'm like, that's it. I'm going down. So here's the recording of when I go down the end by myself of Shadow Man's Hallway and we do another EVP session. Have a listen.
went
All right.
down.
Let's go again.
Okay, do you want to go again?
Yep. What do I do with this? I'll put this.
Okay, just when you're ready, press.
I'll just chuck, that's my phone. I'll leave that on as well.
Because this will debunk everything as far as who it wants here and who is unhappy about being here. All you have to do, hit the red button, just don't drop the device.
Alright. I'm a nurse too, so psych nurse.
Okay, so maybe
Inferior.
women are inferior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said I'm outside.
We'll come back just for this time. And press that button and you just press it to stop, Sam.
Yeah, right on the floor.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you had enough of that?
Yeah.
It
does weigh a little bit,
It
doesn't
does, yeah.
Alright. So the red button?
Yeah.
So just press it once.
And you see the red line at the top and it'll start recording when it hears your voice.
Yeah.
EVP number what?
5.
5. So it's just Sam testing now. So Sam, obviously my known female psych nurse, just come here to say hello. Ooh, hello, you're running again. Alright, we're going to be quiet for a couple of minutes. So feel free to say whatever you want to me and I'll be quiet, which is a very rare thing. Starting from now. Say that to me. Just run again. Right, there is so much going on with that. I cannot even just listen to far out. That was when we were all silent. We were not moving. All of us, the whole group was just sitting still in this hallway. The sounds I can hear in this audio clip are absolutely fucking insane and I cannot explain it. There's murmurs, there's whispers, there's shuffling, there's dragging, there's so much in there that was not happening in real life. It was crazy. Like, fuck. I'm literally re-listening to this multiple times and I'm in awe. Like, far out. I'm debating on whether to replay all that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to replay that last bit where we're all silent and then I'll keep going. Just go back to me. Just breath again.
What do I do? I just press stop?
Yeah, press the button again. And
Yeah.
now we're going to come up here and we'll...
Alright, I press the button. I still want to break it. Yeah, you this clumsy thing here.
That's right. But that, I was watching...
Yeah, I
was
feel
flashing
something on my
bit.
back, like it was the shoulders, and I'm like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, I've got a funny
My neck.
feeling. This,
But it was just like trying to like,
yeah.
and okay.
Yeah.
And it was like pressure and like someone pressing in behind.
Yeah,
like,
it was like someone was grabbing my shoulder, like give me a one bit of a mass, but there wasn't a nice mass. I was kind of like,
yeah, it was.
I got power on you, like you
Yeah.
sitting there. Oh God, if I
That's
got
what
you,
he
like
wants to
squashing you
dominate,
down.
dominate power. I go up there and
Yeah.
he can't do anything to me and he wants to, I don't know, maybe that's what he was doing, who knows.
Right. Oh shit.
Okay, press play and just, I'll go find, but this is not, the light did not stop. It was always flashing, so I don't know what's happening here. Here we go. What the hell is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What?
So what you just heard was the replay of the recording beforehand that I took on my recorder and also Mon and Anthony's. Anyway, there's two recorders going, so you're basically hearing them. You probably figured this out back to back, but off the different devices and what's actually happening. So that's the replay that I was recording off Mon and Anthony's recorder, and you can hear this guy like really cranky. And I don't think I was he was my biggest fan, but anyway. I'm an acquired taste, I like to think. But yeah, but there's also a really weird there's a female voice that says, touch me. And I'm like, what the heck? I was like, touch you? I'm like, what? It definitely wasn't any of us because we're all silent listening to the replay of the recording. But yeah, I'll play that little bit for you again. And then let's get to the bull pit where Heather and I get incredibly affected and we end up having to leave the investigation much earlier than planned. So yeah, let's get it.
The hell is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What?
Deep within Beechworth Lunatic Asylum, there is a ward unofficially called the Bull Pit. This ward was once for the young males of Beechworth, originally named Willow House, a nice name for a place that I do not believe would have been nice at all. But why call it the Bull Pit, you ask? We believe this ward housed young males from approximately 6 to 8 years old up to roughly 26 years old. So this ward was full of testosterone, anger, grief, sadness, hatred and violence, hence the term, the Bull Pit. Young men with a bone to pick, and to be honest, I don't blame them. Even just saying that out loud sounds terrifying. I have a son who is 13, and to imagine him being housed among boys, well, coming up to being young men with their own set of issues, I can't even fathom. And I never wanted to either, but I didn't have a choice that night. The boys and young men would have all been committed to the asylum for a plethora of varying reasons. Some mental illness, some homeless, some abandoned by their families, some with disabilities, low IQ, just some troublesome, mischievous boys, and maybe even some with epilepsy. The building itself is a 2-story building shaped like the remainder of the asylum. Gigantic white stone cold buildings silently beckoning you to enter, or in my case, get the fuck away. As you walk to the entrance, there is a sign above the door stating, "Welcome to Willow House." Now, I've visited Beechworth many times, and I've never ever had an issue in the Bull Pit. In fact, I've had quite playful experiences and felt quite safe, had really awesome communication. I've never ever been, felt safe. This investigation was somewhat very different. So the air turns thick the moment I step inside. Not just heavy, but wrong. As if it's been saturated with something too painful to leave. The walls feel like they're pressing in, holding on to echoes of restraint, rage, and forgotten suffering. This wasn't a place of care. It was a place where young minds broke over and over again. That being said, I do believe that the staff would have done the best that they could with what they had at the time. How they even staffed these places, I will never know. The reaction hits me fast. A wave of nausea that doesn't feel physical, but forced. I feel dizzy, disorientated, like something is pushing me from the inside out. My chest tightens, my breath turns shallow, my skin prickles, like the ward itself is rejecting me. The longer I stay, the worse it gets. A deep gut-level sickness mixed with rising panic that just doesn't feel like my own. I feel like I'm feeling emotions that are not mine, especially the dissociation and disorientation. I was, like you heard me in the previous recordings, I was all bubbly and bright and light. As soon as I stepped foot in here, I was a completely different person, like a shell of who I once was. As I walk through the halls and down into the bathroom, I start to feel my body and my energy being drained. I begin to have images in my mind, images that I did not want there, images that my brain shouldn't even be able to envision. I was assessing the layout of the ward, horrified at the amount of blind spots and the potential violence that had occurred and most likely did. There were blind spots everywhere. Every single shower cubicle. It was really eye-opening to see, and considering I work in a mental health unit, I saw potential everywhere, and it wasn't good potential. It feels like the trauma never left, like it's still there, lingering, confused, angry, but desperate to be felt. Because in the bull pit, I didn't just hear the stories, I felt them. During my last recording for the investigation, you will hear a distinct change in my voice, hear my energy being drained, the disorientation, and me not being able to finish a sentence, which for me is quite difficult. Anyway, but I desperately wanted to do the Estes in the bathroom. But every time I would try, my energy, I just couldn't do it. I physically couldn't. I started feeling sick. So then Mon jumped on the Estes. But I could hear the voices through the spirit box and through her headphones from the other side of the room. I heard the word mummy. I heard child's voices. And even a scream or a yell. As I said, I heard these from the other side of the room where Mon was doing the Estes and through the headphones. This is where I start to be feeling really, really, really sick. What I could decipher from the spirit box session was a reliving of a traumatic event, but not from the victim's point of view, from the perpetrators. Reliving the event and the pain that they had caused. Look, I'm all about bumping up the volume on voices, but not this kind. Neither Heather or I could go back inside. Heather was really unwell. I was just disorientated, couldn't put a sentence together. We tried to go on, as we still had so much of the investigation to complete. We just couldn't. I regret this decision, but hey, you have to know your limits and protect yourself, especially spiritually. So have a listen to my final recording for the night. Heather from Beyond the Veil will be releasing her own version of events, and part 2 for Date Night with the Ghost Gang is now out on their YouTube channel. So have a listen. I'm even getting a bit shaky now, reliving what I experienced and what I thought and saw and felt, and you can hear it in my voice now. So I'll play for you my last recording. See what you think.
Not once floating with the dream.
Yeah, it's been sort of on and off most of the night too, so it's quite, yeah. It'll like move from the back of your neck to the front. Yeah, yeah. It'll like move from the back of your neck to the front. Yeah, definitely. And then to feel like hot and then go cold and then.
I was literally sweating down there. I was just like, oh. And I love, as I said, I love going and doing the SDS. I love it, but I'm like, I just don't want to hear what they're talking about on there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see how it's going to benefit anyone.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Because the further down we got, and we actually went in, it was like, it did get very heavy very quickly, and it was just like, the minute you cross that door, it's like instant sick.
There would have been
instant sick.
There would have been
instant sick.
There would have been
instant sick.
There would have been so much, because if you actually look at the even the what am I trying to say? How the cubicles are made, there's so many blind spots around everything. It's just fucking...
Yeah.
poor little boys.
It's just like, oh.
Yeah, like it's nothing I'd even want to talk about my podcast even remotely anyway. Like there's sort of no, even if I did get great EVPs and that down there, I don't think I wouldn't use it.
No, because it's
just not nice. Not that I'd ever not have anyone's story told, but I don't think it's...
That's not the story to tell.
No.
Not that version of it.
No, especially it's from the perpetrator's point of view too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like no one wants to hear that shit.
No.
You're not giving any power, you just take your power away really more so. Yeah, it's real gross. And I've been here before a couple of times and I haven't really had much down there. It was more of a playful energy rather than a...
Yeah. Yeah, still keep getting like the waves of it. Of it. Of it. Of it.
It's depressing.
Oh, it's just sad. I think it's when you can really feel your body reacting to a place, you know that something's not right.
Especially when we're not even trying to connect with anything either. Like if anything, I'm trying to like not pay attention to anything. Like I'm actually trying to cut it because
You're just trying to engage where you need to rather than yeah. Oh. I feel really nauseous. Still, like it'll go for a minute and then it'll come back.
Where the fuck have you got the tube hole? We're dead out here.
Okay, so that concludes our part 3 and the final part of the Beechworth investigation. Love is Dead at Mayday Hills with Date Night with the Ghost Gang, Beyond the Veil Australia, and Mel from the Q Station in Sydney. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. It was a lot. It was quite taxing to do. It took me quite a long time, so excuse the the time duration in between all the episodes. But yeah, that'll be it. So obviously there was a few EVPs in that last recording. I just automatically stopped and replayed them. You be the judge. You see what you hear, see what you think. I thought I heard a child's voice at one point, and then at the start I either heard Sam or Sue, which either or is very significant. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Please check out Date Night with the Ghost Gang, their YouTube channel. Their part 2's just dropped, and Heather is busily working away. Busily? She's very active in working away, doing her side of her point of view of what everything happened. So, and she will be on all platforms as well for her podcast episodes. But yeah, I'll end up putting stuff out on my Instagram. So please keep checking out my Instagram. I'm wanting to do my own investigations. So if anyone is from the Ballarat area, you got any cool ideas, please hit me up, DM me, or even somewhere in Victoria. I really don't mind. Yeah, could be a cool opportunity for us to meet, greet, investigate together. But yeah, opportunities options are endless, really. So I hope you guys have a really safe week.